Yes, you do.
Okay.
And look at this cute shirt she has on.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Okay, so the idea of tango is not to learn patterns and then stick them all together. So the whole idea behind that drives the tango is the creativity to go along with the music. So the way that you find creativity within the dance is you want to just do this really slowly. You know, like sit down and try to figure out what elements go where and how they go together. So the first thing, for instance, that I would want to do is get her on one foot or the other. Now I've got her on this foot. What can I do from there? I can have her go into a back ocho as I go into a forward ocho, right? I can have her do that same back ocho while I take a side step. I could ask her to go down into like a corte type position. Your leg would have been extended there, so extend your leg back. I could have her do that from this position. I could have her do that again with my leg going down. I could have her do that again by having both of my, there's so many things we could do here. I could ask her to do a voleo from that foot. So your weight's still on your left foot, and then just let that other foot swing around. Right?
I don't think she's ever done one of those.
No, she hasn't, not yet. So, and then the other thing I can do is I can send her back and have her do a gancho. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So and then that's just the back side. Now she can go forward, and she can do all these things forward. So she's on her left foot. I could ask her to step forward here, and then bring her back into like a backward gancho type of thing. Or I could have her step forward, step back, and I could push her foot. Now you would gancho yourself there, because I'm pushing your foot that way. So if your foot gets pushed this way, then you can go like that.
Oh, so where were you pushing?
So I was pushing it this way. Like there. Yeah. See that?
Ah. That's something new too.
So there's all kinds of cool little things you can do just from one position. You can be on the same foot, you can be on separate feet, you can do ganchos, you can do cortes, you can do cicadas. You've done cicadas before.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I wanted to get to a cicada, a very easy way to do that, I can take either my right foot or my left foot, so I'm asking you to step forward there. I could put my left foot or my right foot there, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's just going to end in different ways. If I take my left foot there first, and I bring her around, see what I can do with this foot, and then I can knock it out of the way, if I wanted to. Or if I take my right foot there first, right. So here's step. See, whenever you feel me open that door, you can go. Now I'm opening the door. Now what I could do is sandwich there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could do all kinds of stuff there. I can actually kick her foot away again if I wanted to. So it's just all about, tango is all about being in the moment and figuring out what can I do in this moment in time to create. You could create your own patterns, you could create your own steps, you can create your own elements. And that's basically what you can do in tango. So.
All right.
Cool, huh?
You ready to be creative?
Yeah, as long as I have the camera on, why don't you lead her in that ocho with the right foot forward, front ocho, where you step forward?
Oh yeah, and by the way, can you stick your foot out for me? If I'm going to be kicking her foot away, I'm not just going to kick with my foot most of the time. If I want her to do something, I'm also going to lead it with my sternum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now sometimes we'll just kick. But most of the time it's still led with the body and the foot follows the body. The ocho.
Very nice.
Okay, and I have to really
Yeah,
twist.
her whole sternum was definitely moving.
Okay.
Frozen.
And also you said get lower in the knees, is that right?
Yeah, let me do it from a different angle so you can see. 1, 2, 3, right?
Oh yeah, and go back and forth.
Right. And I'm just letting her hold on to my frame here. I'm not doing this, not doing this. right? See how much trouble that puts her in? Sorry. No, I can do it in heels,
we're
too. It's just not
recording.
as easy.
So then, what do you want to say?
When you're doing your, when
Talking
you're
about me.
leading,
Talking
when
about
you're
me.
leading backward ochos, you have a tendency to let your arms go behind your back. You need to keep your arms
A
forward.
lot like the same lesson you told me yesterday in the group class when I was, remember we did that? You had the
Yes, yes, yes.
same principle, right?
Same principle. You always want to keep your elbows in front of you. You don't want them to go back here. The only time that they go back there is on special occasion when you're in some kind of contorted, you know, like one of these kinds of things, then it can go behind. But even then, you're trying to turn your sternum enough to keep your elbows in front.
Okay.
So most of the time you're going to have your elbows in front. And when you were leading the backward ochos, you were, this arm was going back actually more than this one was. But they were both going backwards, and then whenever you do that, that puts pressure on the lady to move her balance in a different way, and then she can't hold it.
Okay.
So, cool.
Yeah. And what were you going to say for Casey here? She was
Dragging your feet. Like anytime we do an ocho, it's always wise to drag your feet. See, the point of contact that I'm dragging my feet right now is right here and right here.
And I was going too much on my tippy toes every time.
Yeah, and my heel, even this heel that this heel right here that I'm spinning on, I even have that just slightly caressing the floor. So I feel
So when
the
you're
floor a
spinning,
lot.
you're not spinning on your ball of your foot?
Yes, but it's like, this is, let's see, this is the ball of my foot and this is my heel. My heel still, I still have my heel caressing the floor. I'm not doing it here like this. I'm not keeping the
That's
heel
what
up.
I am doing.
No, I'm
Makes it
keeping
harder.
the heel down so that when I want to stop, I just stop by putting my heels down.
1, 2, rock steps, 1. Okay, thank
See?
you.
I exaggerated putting the heel down that time. Did you see it? So,
And you wanted to say something about her
just
arm
raises
being something about her connection with her arms.
Oh yeah, yeah. Right now, the way that Casey's been using her arms has been very discombobulated from the rest of her body, and also when she's been turning, her hips and stuff has been going. You know, it's like this is one part, this is one part, and this is one part. But when you dance tango, everything needs to be work in a unified whole.
Yeah.
One unit. The body is one unit,
Right.
not 7.